This is TJ Jones, the host of the State of the Saints podcast, and I want to let you know that the State of the Saints podcast is brought to you by Manscaped. Over 2 million men worldwide have joined the movement for all their below-the-waist needs. Engineers for the last 18 months have perfected the greatest hair trimmer ever created, the Lawnmower 3.0. The third-generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology pioneered by Manscaped. You can choose the Lawnmower 3.0 as well as other items by going to manscaped.com, and you can also save 20% by using the promo code STATEOFSAINTS. That's manscaped.com. Use the promo code STATEOFSAINTS and save 20% on the Lawnmower 3.0 as well as other Manscaped items. That's manscaped.com.
Hey, what's going on, Who Dat Nation? It is yours truly, TJ Jones, the host of the State of the Saints podcast. Hope everybody is having a good evening. We're recording this show on a Tuesday, and I want to say thank you all so much for being a part of the State of the Saints podcast, where we talk New Orleans Saints. I want to say to each and every one of you out there, I know normally we don't do shows at this time, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm actually recording this like around 10 at night. Normally we try to keep it in the evening, but man, I've just been running all around today and it's been crazy, man. But thank you so much for your time. We're going to be talking about Teddy Bridgewater. We're going to be talking about Teddy Bridgewater on this episode. And honestly, Who Dat Nation, probably best that I didn't do this show early because I was really ticked off at the whole situation that's been going on in Carolina when it comes to Teddy Bridgewater. Shouts out to my boy Chosen, hit me up. I told him earlier, man, I was going to unleash. You know what I'm saying? I was expecting to do this in the afternoon. But look, man, I'm going to just go ahead and cut to the chase. I'm not going to waste nobody's time. The fact is, what's going on in Carolina when it comes to Teddy Bridgewater is a damn shame. What's going on in Carolina when it comes to Teddy Bridgewater is a damn shame. I'm looking at Teddy Bridgewater stats here, man. I'm not going to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? It's not knock your socks off stats that I'm looking at right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he threw for 3,700 yards, 15 touchdowns, 11 picks, but he completed 69% of his passes. 69% of his passes this dude completed last season. And for some apparent reason, that's not good enough for the Carolina Panthers. These guys go out and they replace him with Sam Darnold. I'm going to say that again. They go out here. They didn't go through the NFL draft. They didn't try to move up to try to get a young, vibrant quarterback like a Justin Fields or Mac Jones, a young, promising quarterback. They go get a guy who isn't very good. Like, I'm just going to be 100% with you. I'm just going to be 100%. Sam Darnold is not very good. Sam Darnold, to me, is not ready for prime time. He's not a guy who I consider to be an elite quarterback or never will be an elite quarterback. And I guarantee you, Sam Darnold will not lead Carolina to the promised land. But this is Carolina that we're talking about here, folks. This is Carolina. This is the Carolina freaking Panthers that we're talking about here. The Carolina Panthers, who trying to change everything around. You got an owner who likes to think that he's on the movie Moneyball. He likes to deal with analytics. He likes to deal with numbers, and he thinks that that is going to lead him to the promised land. But I guarantee you that Sam Darnold is not going to lead you anywhere. Sky couldn't lead you to water if he was a boat, okay? This man couldn't lead you to grass if he was a goat. This man couldn't lead you to eggs if he was a chicken. But you have the audacity, the mitigated gall, in the words of Stephen A. Smith, to go out here and replace Teddy Bridgewater when this man completed 69% of his passes. And let's not forget, it's not like Teddy Bridgewater had his best weapon. It's not like Teddy Bridgewater had Christian McCaffrey. Come on, man. Christian McCaffrey, everybody knows this, okay? It's Alvin Kamara or Christian McCaffrey. I'm serious. It's rather either or. Take your pick. Pretty sure if you're a Carolina fan, you'll put Christian McCaffrey before Kamara. If you're a Saint fan, you'll put Kamara before Christian McCaffrey. This guy didn't have his primary weapon. But yet they want to give up on Teddy Bridgewater for Sam freaking Darnold. Like, seriously, like, honestly, what has Sam Darnold actually done? Let me look at some of these stats here, man. Look, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I done lost my mind. Maybe I'm in a whole different planet, on a whole different planet. But I'm looking at these stats. 2020, Sam Darnold completed 59.6% of his passes for 2,208 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. I'm going to say that again. 59% of his passes, 2,200 yards, 9 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. And you're replacing Teddy Bridgewater with this? Now, as a Saints fan, I could care less. I mean, I'm just being serious. Like, I don't care, you know what I'm saying, as far as what Carolina does. Look, they make their bed, so lie in it. But at the end of the day, seriously, dude? Sam freaking Darnold, 9 touchdowns, 11 interceptions for 15 to 11, 3,700 yards. And at the same time, you get rid of this man. Now, I don't know what Carolina is thinking. I don't know what the heck going on there. I'm not going to say that it has anything to do with Teddy Bridgewater as a quarterback or even the color of his skin. I think that it has nothing to do with that. We have to give them the benefit of the doubt. Now, you can say they did get rid of Cam Newton very, very quickly. But at the same time, why in the world would you give up on Teddy Bridgewater so quickly? Now, I understand that Teddy Bridgewater is not a gunslinger. He's not a guy that's going to go out there and try to fit, a square peg into a round hole, if you will. He's not the type of guy that's going to go out there and throw the football in dangerous spots. He is going to take what the defense gives him, and I understand that the NFL and what we are dealing with today, everybody wants a gunslinger. Everybody wants a guy that throws the ball down the field like a Patrick Mahomes or a Josh Allen. They want the wow factor. But Sam Darnold for Teddy Bridgewater, look, I would respect them more if they went through the draft. I would understand that more. Get a young quarterback and then be like, okay, I understand. Maybe they just want to start over again. But to go out here and get Sam freaking Darnold, I mean, the guy throws more picks than Razor Ramon. The guy throws, honestly, man, the guy throws more interceptions than, you know what I'm saying? Man, I can't even count. This guy was literally on camera, on mic, you know what I'm saying? Mic'd up, if you will, on Monday Night Football, talking about he's seeing ghosts. And this is the guy that you expect to lead your franchise to the promised land. And this is one of the main reasons why, like, if you're a Carolina Panthers fan, like, I'm just being serious here. All right. If you're a Carolina Panthers fan, look, I would not be optimistic about this move. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being serious. As a Saints fan, I'm laughing. And then to top it all off, folks, and I know y'all see me looking away because I'm trying to find something. To top it all off, they signed Sam Darnold via trade. They get him via trade. And then the Carolina Panthers organization, the social media crew, put this picture up. I'm still here, folks, but I just want you to drink this in. Hey, Darnold, the lamest, the weakest, the most pathetic thing I ever seen. This screams 5-12. This screams 4-13. Are they serious? Who in the bluest of the blue heck decided to put that up? One more time, man. I got to put that up here again. Are you serious? Hey, Darnold. They couldn't come up with nothing better than this. But this shows you right here that the Carolina Panthers are out of touch. They don't know what the hell's going on. For some apparent reason, they think that Sam Darnold is an accident, you know what I'm saying, due to Adam Gase being an incompetent coach, a dead coach walking, if you will, a lame duck. But I can tell you right now, I've watched Sam Darnold for a long time. I've been watching this dude since he was at USC. And I got to tell you, man, I never believed the hype. I never understood why people just like him so much. The guy is a walking, talking buzzkill. I mean, honestly, man, I probably can get more enthusiasm out of a sloth. Even a guy like that, his family threw him like a, you know what I'm saying, a celebration party from when he got traded from the Jets to the Carolina Panthers. This guy walks into his house. I mean, honestly, man, if I'm a wide receiver, running back, offensive line, what am I going to get out of a Sam Darnold? Seriously, what am I going to get out of a Sam Darnold? Honestly, man, this guy is the equivalent of a buzzkill. This guy has no enthusiasm. He has no swag, no drip. And then on top of that, he has absolutely no confidence in himself. But yet you're going to give a 6th round, a 2nd round, and, you know what I'm saying, I think additional 6th round pick next year for this guy. This is the most disrespectful thing I have ever seen. Teddy Bridgewater deserves better. And I'm here today, Who That Nation. I'm here tonight or whenever you're watching this podcast to tell you that the New Orleans Saints, if the opportunity presents itself, they need to re-sign Teddy Bridgewater as a backup quarterback to the New Orleans Saints. I will take Teddy Bridgewater as a backup in a second because regardless to what you may think about Teddy Bridgewater, some of you think that Teddy Bridgewater is a mediocre quarterback. Okay, he hasn't knocked your socks off. But one thing you can say about Teddy Bridgewater, you got a chance to win a football game because you know for a fact that he's going to do very little to cost you the game. And I will take him in a second. On a team that we are betting the house on a guy that has thrown 30 interceptions. And I think that Jameis Winston can turn it around. But at the same time, I can wish all day, okay? If you know what I'm saying, if wishes were fishes, the world would be an ocean. All right? I hope that he will. I believe that he will. I know that he can. But at the same time, man, you got to protect your investment. And not only that, guys get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like we seen, the epitome of an Iron Man and Drew Brees the last 2 years get injured. And you had to count on backup quarterbacks to come in for an ample amount of time to help you win football games. And we seen that Teddy Bridgewater in a Saints uniform went 5-0. That's what we saw. Some of you probably have a difference of opinion of Teddy Bridgewater today than you had when he first got here because he earns your respect. Teddy Bridgewater deserves better. What they did to this man, what they have done to this guy, is just an absolute embarrassment. And the Carolina Panthers organization ought to be ashamed of themselves. And if I am a quarterback, I know for a fact that I'm on a short leash because they committed to a 3-year, $60 million contract with Teddy Bridgewater, and they cut ties with this man after 1 year. This shows you right here that the Carolina Panthers have absolutely no loyalty to absolutely anybody. Nobody. Everybody's expendable. And I understand that this is a tough league. This is a business. I get all that. We talk about this all the time on the State of the Saints podcast. But damn, this is the quarterback position. It takes quarterbacks some time, especially when he comes to a new system in order for him to develop. 69% of his passes this guy completed, and he missed a few games. So even though 15 touchdowns, 11 interceptions could have gotten better. The Carolina Panthers, when Teddy Bridgewater was in a game, very few times they just absolutely got blown out. They were always in the game. Is it Teddy Bridgewater's fault that they secondary couldn't cover with a bed sheet? You know what I'm saying? Is it a problem that the linebackers were struggling because Thomas Davis and Luke Kuechly were no longer there? Is it his fault that the running game was non-existent? Is it his fault? No, it is not. So why in the hell are you giving up on this man so quickly? And like I said, regardless if you like Teddy or not, he deserves better than this, folks. He deserves better than this. For this guy to go out here and give it his all, man. And I watched a lot of Carolina Panthers games. Y'all know where I'm at. I'm in Myrtle Beach. I'm 3 hours away from Charlotte. So they show Panthers games all around here. So I get opportunity to watch Carolina play quite a bit. Teddy Bridgewater was not the issue. He was not the problem. Now, unless behind the scenes they just didn't like this guy, I don't know what the heck going on here. But all I know is this, man, the man deserves better. If the man deserves better. But thank y'all so much for being a part of the State of the Saints podcast. We're about to go to the comments. I'm going to start with Kim. Kim, what's going on? She said, Chanel, girl, when I seen it, I was like, who the hell is Donald? I don't know. Sam Donald is not it, bro. He ain't it. 6th this year, 2nd and 4th in 2022. Thank you. 6th and a 2nd and a 4th. Thank you. I knew it was like, I wasn't sure. I knew it was a 2nd next year. I wasn't sure if it was a 4 or a 6. Thank you. Thank you for that, Tyra. I appreciate that. Let's see. What is going on? What's going on with you? Universal says, hell yeah. Tyra says, sure did. I just said that. Jay Cutler, thank you very much for $2. Says, even I got more charisma than Sam Donald. Yeah, I believe that. You know, honestly, man, I seen more charisma from Ben Stein. Some of you probably know what I'm talking about. Some of you don't. RJ Mason said, hey, Donald, really Carolina Panthers? Oh, my God. Sad, bro. I got picked on girl. She Carolina Panthers fan. Who that? Man, look, Carolina ought to be ashamed of themselves. And this is one of the main reasons. And like I said, man, shouts out to my boy Mike Rick. I know this is team. Y'all seen me on the NFC South versus NFL. But, bruh, this ain't it, dog. And I know he probably going to check out this episode and probably, I don't know if he be upset or whatever. But this ain't it, dog. This ain't it. I want to believe that y'all organization is a little bit more classier than this. This is a disgrace. This is an absolute disgrace the way they treat this dude. I'm embarrassed. They ought to be embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? I'm embarrassed, and I'm not even a fan of the team. For them to give up on this guy so quickly, and his stats weren't even bad. His stats weren't even bad. You give up on Teddy Bridgewater for a guy that had worse stats than him. Like, seriously, man. I don't care if you did play for the Jets. And we know that the Jets are not the best organization in the world. Rashard Matthews was on here. He had a brief stint with the Jets, and he said it was the worst organization he ever played for. I get it. But at the same time, man, Sam Darnold ain't it. He ain't it, bro. I've never seen a game. I'm dead serious. I am so serious. I've never seen a game where I was like, damn, Sam Darnold balled out. There's probably one game. I take that back. One game I can remember. He played against the Dallas Cowboys. He played against the Dallas Cowboys year before last, and he balled out. That was the only game I ever remember Sam Darnold like, damn, that man was balling today. But I watched quite a bit of Sam Darnold, and I can tell you what, he ain't knocking my socks off, and I can tell you he ain't ready for prime time. And this ain't even coming from a place of hate. Y'all know me, man. I keep it 100 here. I don't sit here and you know what I'm saying, I throw petty parties every now and then, but at the same time, when I am petty, there's some validity behind what I'm saying. I'm telling you right now, Sam Darnold ain't it. And if you're gonna replace Teddy Bridgewater, replace him with something better. You know what I'm saying? Like even if you went go get Jimmy G, I would understand better. I think Jimmy G helped the 49ers go to the Super Bowl. At least we know Jimmy G, he balled out against the Saints in the Superdome when they had that high-scoring 48-46 game. At least we know Jimmy G can do something, but Sam Darnold? What the hell? What the hell has Sam Darnold done for him to you know what I'm saying, for him to even garner this type of this type of trade transaction? Second round pick? Man, this speaks desperation, man. This speaks desperation. This is the most desperate thing I've ever seen in my life. This is like straight panic mode. That is why I'm saying it's disrespectful. It's straight panic mode. It's like saying Teddy Bridgewater is just god awful or something like that. It's like I'm watching, like, it's not like the dude Stoney Case, Scott Mitchell, you know what I'm saying, Trent Dilfer or something. You know what I'm saying? This dude has some respectable stats. I can pull up way more abysmal stats than what Teddy Bridgewater put up. This wasn't even bad. 69% of his passes. This man up there with Drew Brees when it comes to completion percentage. You got to be kidding me, man. What an embarrassment, man. Like, straight up, that is, my goodness. My goodness, man. My goodness. Bridgewater is our future. I don't know if Teddy Bridgewater is the future or not, but I know he deserves better. He really deserves better than this. I agree with that. The goals have to arrive in Carolina, TJ. Well, look, it is what it is, man. That was just embarrassing. That's embarrassing. That's the word of the night. I know I keep saying this, but it is. It's embarrassing they did that to that man. Hey, Darnold, my mate, she Carolina Panther fan. I am going to pick on her. Who that nation? Yeah, I mean, look, man, they could have did better, man. Mark says Teddy needs an O-line to be successful. The team went 5-0, not Teddy alone. Teddy is not what the Panthers paid for. Look, Teddy is definitely who they paid for, but at the same time, it's not Teddy's fault. Like, I can't believe the leash that was as short as it was in Carolina for this guy. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, for them to do this type of stuff, it's like, man, like they just think that all hope is lost. Like, you can win with this dude. You can win with him. I guarantee you, this is no freaking lie. If you replace Cam Newton, you know what I'm saying, like with Teddy Bridgewater, and you know what I'm saying, and had like a defense, you know what I'm saying, like Carolina had, I think they probably could have won the Super Bowl. Because Teddy Bridgewater is not going to make those many mistakes. And, you know what I'm saying, like their offensive line, their defense combined with that, you know what I'm saying, and you know he ain't going to quit. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Cam Newton, but Cam Newton quit in that Super Bowl. I mean, look no further than him not going for that fumble. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll never get that out of Teddy. Teddy will never, ever give up in a game. And no matter what the situation was in Carolina, they were always fighting to the end. No matter who they played. They were in the game against the Kansas City Chiefs. Like he was like competing, going toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes. Pathetic. Come home. Yeah, man, they need to sign him back if the opportunity presents itself. Now, they could cut him like before August, and then they'll end up saving some money. And maybe, you know what I'm saying, but he's guaranteed $10 million. All right, regardless, win, lose, or draw, they owe him $10 million. So, and if he stays on the roster after August, I think they owe him an additional $7 million, right? So, I can see him getting cut, them eating them $10 million, and maybe he'll want to come back for a nice, considerable amount, maybe $1 million or $2 million, because that's what they probably going to do. And if they do that, then it would be even more disgraceful. because you already just proved that you don't want the guy. Let the guy go so he can go out there and try to find a team and maybe compete for a starting job before the season starts. But if you cut him closer and closer to, like July, August, there's a strong possibility that this man gonna be riding a pine, or he possibly can't even get signed at all. And that would be even more disgraceful. Glenn says Southern University 34, J State 14. Yeah, I mean, look, Jackson State did lose, but at the same time, Jackson State won. And Southern won too. And Southern won because of Jackson State. You got an opportunity to play on ESPN. You got an opportunity to play in front of the nation. Everybody watched the game. It was one of the most highest rated HBCU games in the last 5 years. So congratulations to you, Southern. And I hope you enjoy it, man. Jackson State is rebuilding. This is not the team that Deion Sanders is trying to put together. Most of the guys that he has to transfer in weren't eligible to play because they played in the fall. So enjoy it, because, eventually, Jackson State going to get the right recruits. They already got the best recruiting class in the FCS. So enjoy it while you can, man, because eventually y'all going to play them again. And I count on it's going to be a completely different outcome. So enjoy it while you can. LeVar says, not to mention they were 3-1 before McCaffrey was injured. Yep. That's that man. Look, that's that man utility blanket, right? You know what I'm saying? That's that man blanket right there. That's his protection. Christian McCaffrey. Why, you know what I'm saying? Like, why don't they understand that? But like I said, maybe they don't want to. Maybe they don't want to. Teddy should come back. Well, like I said, the opportunity to present itself, but at the same time, he should come back, but only if this is the best opportunity for him. At Chemo, I don't want Teddy here. He deserves a chance to start for a quality team. Let him go to New England. Old Bill will maximize his skill set. I agree with that, Josh, but the only thing about it is I got a strong feeling at 15, the New England Patriots are going to try to get a quarterback. I can see them trying to get a quarterback, maybe somebody, like a Mac Jones or even like a Jamie Newman or something like that. Somebody, that can come in. Cam Newton probably play for a little while, and then, they groom the youngster to become the starting quarterback of the Patriots. That's what I feel. So I think they might go in a completely different direction, but I definitely agree. He deserves better than what they have given him. What they have done for him. It's just an absolute embarrassment, man. It's embarrassing, man, the way that they and what they did to this man. This man deserves better. Teddy Bridgewater is a great human being. Like, seriously, man, this dude is a good, solid human being. It's not like he's a bad quarterback. He's not going to give you off the field issues. This dude is a solid cat. You know what I'm saying? Like, like everybody that comes in contact with him has not a bad thing to say about him. So I don't understand this at all. It's like saying, like, this dude ain't smart enough or this dude ain't talented enough to lead our team. And who the hell are y'all? Like, really, Carolina? Who do y'all think y'all are? Like, it's not like y'all the Patriots or the Cowboys or the Steelers or something like that. Man, y'all the Panthers. Like, I'm not saying that y'all have a terrible franchise, but at the same time, y'all ain't won nothing. Y'all been to the Super Bowl and lost twice. Ain't won a damn thing. For y'all to be sitting out here acting like y'all got standards. Seriously? Like, seriously, man. Like, somebody please tell me. Like, tell me about the great quarterback lineage of the Carolina Panthers. Tell me about the great Kerry Collins. Tell me about the great Chris Winkie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to give a shout out to my guy, Jake Delhomme, former Saint. But come on, man. The only people that you can really just think of is Jake Delhomme and Cam. Who else out here taking it by storm? These boys were just absolutely hot garbage at the quarterback position. Who are y'all to be sitting up here acting like, and then Sam Darnold? Like, y'all think Sam Darnold is going to be the savior of your organization? Man, please, cut it out. T. Smitty, thank you very much for $5. Says the media make excuses for Darnold. Same media said nothing about Dirk Cutter being a bad coach for Jameis. The Panthers did Cam dirty too. Exactly, man. Exactly. You You know, you got Shannon Sharp up there talking about Sam Darnold, Adam Gase. Like, why are you not giving Jameis the same benefit of the doubt? Why are you not giving him the benefit of the doubt? Why are you not giving him the benefit of the doubt and saying that, man, Bruce Arians, every quarterback that he puts his hands on, always has a high volume of interceptions. Even Tom freaking Brady had a high volume of interceptions before he swallowed his pride and said, man, you know what? My system ain't working for Tom. Let me go ahead and implement this New England Patriots system. And after they did that, they didn't lose a game. So you think he's going to give the same type of respect to Jameis? No. But everybody, 30 for 30, 30 for 30, 30 for 30. But Sam Darnold, Adam Gase. Sam Darnold is whack, trash, pathetic. Seriously, the same issues that people were talking about with Jameis Winston in his last year at Florida State were the same issues that plagued Sam Darnold throughout his entire college career. But how in the hell does he get the benefit of the doubt? At least Jameis Winston threw for 5,000 yards. What did Sam Darnold do? 9 and 11. Okay? And I'm not talking about September 11. I'm talking about 9 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. At least Jameis showed you that he can throw for 5,000 yards and 30-plus touchdowns. So how can you not give Jameis Winston the benefit of the doubt? How can you not give Jameis the opportunity to resurrect his career? How come you ready to put dirt, soil, mulch on Jameis, but you ready to water and put a little sunshine on Sam Darnold? What the hell has Sam Darnold done? What has he shown you? Where's the fourth-quarter comebacks? Where's the heroics? Where's the late-game heroics? Huh? Where's the guy saying, man, I live and die by Sam Darnold? Where they at? I don't see him. Where they at? Nowhere to be found. But you ready to throw dirt on Jameis Winston. But Sam Darnold gets an opportunity because Adam Gase was a terrible head coach. Dirk Cutter is the reason why he's offensive coordinator right now instead of a head coach. I'm just being 100. Lovie Smith could have saved him. Lovie Smith had him playing pretty decent, but they decided they wanted to get rid of Lovie Smith. Another story for another day. Then you get to replace him with Dirk Cutter. Then for Dirk Cutter to Bruce Arians, who's supposed to be the quarterback whisperer. But I tell you what, what he must be whispering to them quarterbacks is throw that interception. Because I tell you what, man, Bruce Arians, to me, no disrespect to him, but at the same time, I like him. Passionate guy, got a lot of swag, would love to play for him because he seems like a decent human being. But to me, he just seems like a guy who surrounds himself with good quarterback play. I mean, look, I would look like a genius too with Peyton Manning if I was coaching Peyton Manning. You ever watch like them old Chicago Bulls games from the 90s? Yo, if you ever like watched it on WGN and you seen like Jordan, he was playing, you know what I'm saying, not the Clippers, but the Cavaliers or something like that. You would literally see Phil Jackson drifting off into sleep with a Diet Coke in his hand like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Jordan coaching the team. Phil wake up, the Bulls then won by 20. You know what I'm saying? It's easy for you to look like the best coach in the world. Now, no disrespect to Phil. He's one of the greatest of all time. But I'm saying, Phil surrounded himself with a lot of damn good talent. Okay? I mean, Jordan, Pippen, Rodney, Horace Grant, Shaq, Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Like Robert Ory. Like, come on, man. I would look like a genius too. Dog. I'm serious, man. Like, Bruce Arians, if he doesn't do anything, he knows how to surround himself with some good, you know what I'm saying, with some talent. And I can tell you that because I'm telling you, a lot of those quarterbacks that he have, I mean, I feel like regardless of who the coach was, they would have exceeded expectations. But Jameis doesn't get the benefit of the doubt, but Sam Darnold does. I just don't understand. I'm at a loss for words here, man. But thank y'all so much for being a part of the State of the Saints podcast. If you like the podcast, you like it, what you're hearing so far, go ahead and hit that like button, man. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscription button, man. Go ahead and hit the subscription button, the bell for notifications. And also, man, I'm asking everybody, if you can, to become a supporter of the State of the Saints podcast. You can do so by, going on Facebook.com, becoming a supporter, or you can do it as well on YouTube, man. Every week, once a week, I'm going to be doing an exclusive podcast exclusively for supporters of the podcast. I uploaded my first one today. So, once a week, I'm going to be giving exclusive podcasts to those that support the podcast. So check it out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can, become a supporter of the State of the Saints podcast, I would really appreciate it. And as y'all know, that State of the Saints podcast is brought to you by Manscaped.com. Manscaped.com, the official sponsor of the State of the Saints podcast. And we all know that springtime is here. Flowers are blooming, and it's time for you to, get yourself all trimmed up, man. You know what I'm saying? It's beach time. It's around here, man. It's spring break. Everybody coming to Myrtle Beach. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to look your best, man. You want to be well trimmed. The ladies are going to love you, men. Over 2 million men prefer Manscaped for all their grooming needs. So go to manscaped.com, use the promo code State of Saints. That's all one word, State of Saints, and you'll save 20% on your purchase, man. There's also free international shipping for all my people that's listening across the pond. Shouts out to all my people out there in the UK who listen to the State of the Saints podcast, and also my guy Herman, who's out there in Italy, man. So shouts out to him also. We can go ahead and stroll down, man. I apologize, but, I know I talked quite a bit, so I want to kind of keep it uniformed here. So we're going to go ahead and start. Let's go ahead, and I'll start with Tyra. Tyra says, nothing he's done. He had none. It's like the song says, where they at, though? For real, where they at? Maybe I'm just confused. Like, I just don't know. Like, how does Sam Darnold get these opportunities, huh? I really just don't know. Like, what the hell has he done? Golf trash, Cousin trash, Stafford trash, Breeze was mediocre. Boy, I tell you what, you had me until you said Breeze was mediocre. You got to be high if you think that Drew Brees was mediocre. You got to be crazy if you think that Drew Brees is mediocre. I want to believe that you're trolling us right now. I want to believe that you're high right now. I want to believe that you're drunk right now. I want to believe that you just came from another planet, you were abducted by aliens, and you just got on Earth, and maybe you just watched last year's Saints, because there's no way in hell Drew Brees is mediocre in any stretch of the imagination. You got, like, come on, bro. Jared Goff, I don't want to say the man trash. I would say he's mediocre. Kirk Cousins, he's mediocre. Matt Stafford, a little bit above mediocre, but Drew Brees is an all-time great. I don't know what's going on with you, man. I don't know where that come from. You got to be trolling us tonight or today or wherever you're watching this show, whatever time zone you're in, or whatever planet you're on. You're absolutely incorrect about that. Sam Darnold ain't showed me nothing, to be honest. Not a thing. Not a thing, bro. Sam Darnold, speaking of the devil, says, I don't know what the Panthers were thinking coming after me. Sheet. They'd be better off with Ryan Leaf. Now, look, I'm not gonna put him in that category. That's just a whole different can of worms right there, man. That's just a whole different can of worms. Ryan Leaf was the epitome of hot garbage. Okay, like, if they had a Mount Rushmore of hot garbage, then Ryan Leaf would be right there. Okay, he would be up there. You know what I'm saying? He would be front and center. You know what I'm saying? With a Superman pose like this. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be that would be Ryan Leaf. Okay, he would stand there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know what I'm saying, if this was DC, he would be the King Monument that had his hands folded like this. Like, he is the epitome of hot garbage. Okay, it don't get more hot garbage. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's TJ, your technology is working in HD. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah, we in 1080p here. You know what I'm saying? We at the highest quality here on the State of the Saints podcast, only for all my viewers of the show. So thank y'all so much, man, for watching it in 1080p. Ryan says Teddy coming back to the Saints. I don't know, Ryan. but it would be a good move if the opportunity presents itself. Chemo says he's going to really see ghosts in NFC South. I tell you what, I don't know what he's going to see. I don't know if he's going to see ghosts or not, but dude, not good. I'm sorry, fam. We don't need Teddy. I'd rather Winston. It's not Trail. It's not so much about Teddy Bridgewater being a starting quarterback, okay? I'm talking about for stability. A guy that can come in and win you some games if need be. If things get bad, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if maybe he, like, knock on wood, but Jameis ain't all he paying out to be. At least you got Teddy can come in and kind of right the ship. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of help your season. Now, I'm not saying that he can come in, but injuries do occur. It happens, man. And honestly, who would you rather have? Come on, man. We've seen them both in the last 2 years. Who would you rather have as your starting quarterback if something was to happen to Jameis? Would you want Taysom or would you want Teddy? Seriously, every week Teddy got better as a quarterback. Every week he got better. Every week he got better statistically, yards, completion percentage, it got better. And it's not like, look, you can really make a more compelling argument for Teddy. His five game run was way more impressive than Taysom's run. His 3-1 record. First off, Taysom had the Atlanta Falcons twice, and he played the Denver Broncos, who had a wide receiver as a quarterback. And honestly, if Drew Lock, I think God above. I think that is the game that helped the Saints win the division. Because if Drew Lock would have played in that game the way Taysom played, the Saints wouldn't have beat Denver. They wouldn't have beat them. They wouldn't have not beaten Denver. They wouldn't have beat them. They would have lost to the Denver Broncos. That is, I 100% believe that, and I'm saying it with my whole chest. They would have lost to the Denver Broncos the way that Taysom was playing in that game. Teddy played against a Seattle Seahawks team that had Bobby Wagner and KJ Wright and a really good defense. Went up against the Chicago Bears, who had a really good defense. Like the Cowboys or not, they had a really good defense. Okay? He didn't play his best, but he didn't lose the Saints the game. Taysom went to Philly, who was struggling, and lost to the Philadelphia Eagles. Seriously. So who would you rather have? Would you rather have Taysom Hill at your like if something was to happen to James, would you want Taysom or would you want Teddy? I would want Teddy. Because Teddy has shown against stiff, tough competition, he can win you a football game or he cannot lose you the game. Unlike Taysom Hill, who got people lining up in the wrong formation, who looking for a running back that's running to the right, but the play is to the left. Sorry, I like Taysom, but I'm not like Taysom ain't it, bro. Taysom is not it. He ain't it, dog. He ain't it. Who that TJ finally called a show? What I missed, man. He missed quite a bit. We talking Teddy Bridgewater tonight, man. We're talking Teddy Bridgewater whenever you're listening to the show, rather you're listening to it live. We're doing it at night. But we're talking about Teddy Bridgewater and the disrespect from the Carolina Panthers trading to try to get Sam Darnold. And we all know that Sam Darnold is not better than Teddy Bridgewater. I'm sorry, he's not. He is not. Can you HD the trolls off this podcast, TJ? Look, I appreciate the trolls too, because I tell you this, I must be doing something right. We must be doing something right for the trolls to show up, want to be a part of the show. Okay, we got to be doing something right, and I appreciate it. Okay, could be doing something else with your time, but you're here on the podcast, adding to the analytics, and I appreciate that. Can someone teach me how to speak to women? I still live with my moms, and I'm scared to read. I don't know if you're trolling or not, but look, if you don't know how to talk to women, I don't know how old you are, so I'm not gonna talk about you too bad, but just go up to them and talk to them. You know what I'm saying? What's the worst What's the worst that can happen? You know what I'm saying? They tell you no or they reject you. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, you'll live. We all been rejected at one time or another. Okay. And if you still live at home with your mama, you know, I mean, look, things happen. You know what I'm saying? There's been a couple of times where I've been on hard times, had to go back home to mama myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, but at the same time, you know, it's just a matter of walking up to him. And it's about confidence, something Sam Darnold does not have. The man won a Super Bowl. Who we talking about, Tamara? Who we talking about winning the Super Bowl? Who we talking about here? He's a game manager. There's nothing wrong with that. Wow, look, look, Jameis hit the nail on the head last week. There's nothing wrong with it being a game manager. What is wrong with being a game manager? Like, seriously, do you think at certain times Dallas Cowboy fans wish they didn't have a game manager instead of having Tony freaking Romo? They wish they had a game manager. Ain't nothing wrong with being a game manager. See, that's that media spin again. They hooking us, hook, line, and sinker. Game manager. You're a game manager. There's nothing wrong with being a game manager because game managers can win football games. They can win you championships. There's nothing wrong with that. Let me tell y'all something about game management, okay? Let me tell y'all something about game managers. Some of the greatest quarterbacks of all time were game managers. I've said this before. Do you think Joe Montana wasn't a game manager? Yes, he was. Do you think John Elway wasn't a game manager? Yes, he was. Do you think that Troy Aikman was not a game manager? Yes, he was. Like, it's not like go look at Troy Aikman's stats. Troy Aikman wasn't setting the world on fire. Troy Aikman stat line probably would have been, let me see, it probably was like 16 or 23, 185 yards, and 2 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he had Emmitt Smith out there running for 150, 200 yards a game. You know what I'm saying? In a game. Some of the best people that we cheer and revere, we look up to and talk about being a beast and a fool. We talk about those guys, man, but those guys were game managers. You have to look at the Brett Favres of the world, the guys that were out there being the risk takers. Once upon a time in the 90s, there were very, very few gunslingers out there. Being a gunslinger would have you benched. Do y'all not understand that? Game managers were the wave in the 90s. It wasn't until the 2000s when everybody wanted the sexy quarterback to throw the ball down the field and throw for 5,000 yards every single year did the term game manager become just like the scarlet letter on the chest of a quarterback. I don't care about a game manager. Give me a running game. Give me some defense. And give me a quarterback that's not going to make mistakes and not going to lose me the game. And I tell you what I got, folks. I tell you what I got. I got myself a championship team. That's what I got, okay? If you got yourself a good defense, guess what? You ain't going to have to rely on a quarterback trying to win you games like Drew Brees had to do back in 2010, 2011. You ain't going to have to do that because you got a defense. And all you will need is a quarterback that's not going to make a mistake. And if the opportunity presents itself, he can march you down the field to put you in field goal range or go ahead touchdown. Why is it that we got to fall in love with a quarterback throwing for 350 yards and 4 touchdowns every game? That does not make you great. That's not going to win you everything. Let's assess this situation. Let's take a look at this. Drew Brees has thrown more for 5,000 yards more times than any other quarterback in NFL history, right? He's done it, I think, maybe on 4 occasions. On those 4 occasions, the Saints have never made the playoffs. Jameis Winston threw for 5,000 yards. Tampa Bay did not make the playoffs. Dak Prescott threw for 5,000 yards. The Cowboys did not make the playoffs. When Drew Brees was throwing for 3,500, 3,800, the Saints were going to the playoffs because it was a good balance of the run and the pass. The term game manager is not a bad thing. We need to stop buying what the media is trying to sell us because we all know what the media likes. They like universal appeal. They like sexy. They like guys that throw the ball down the field. Do y'all remember that commercial in the 90s with Greg Maddux? Chicks dig the long ball. You know what I'm saying? The media digs the long ball. They love the risk taker. They like the guy with the hot girlfriend. Excuse for all my female listeners out there. I'm just telling it like it is. I'm not trying to objectify women, but I'm just telling it like it is. They like the fact that Tom Brady is a nice looking guy. They like the fact that he has the model wife. They like the fact that, you know what I'm saying, he lives a rock star lifestyle for, you know what I'm saying, throwing Lombardi trophies over in boats and, you know what I'm saying, getting carried off being inebriated. They like the fact that Aaron Rodgers is hosting Jeopardy and used to date Danica Patrick. You know what I'm saying? They like that kind of stuff. They like the fact that Patrick Mahomes can throw 60 yards off his back foot. They push that type of quarterback in your face because they want you to believe that that's what all quarterbacks need to aspire to be. But give me a quarterback that is not going to make mistakes, and I'll be fine. Give me that. Game manager is not a bad thing, folks. It's not. Give me a quarterback that's going to win me a damn football game. Give me a quarterback that's not going to make mistakes. Give me a quarterback that is going to help me instead of hinder me. Straight up. I'm just being real, man. Like, go back and take a look. Look, I'm telling y'all right now, like, man, look, you don't even have to believe me. Go back and just look at the stats. Go back and look at some of the history, man. Go watch, like, some of the quarterbacks that you love and when you were a kid, that the world used to revere. These guys were not throwing for 350 yards. They were not. They were not, man. They weren't throwing for those many yards, bro. Them boys was out there managing the game. That's what they were doing. They was managing the game. And let me tell y'all something, man. I'm about to tell everybody a little secret. I'll tell everybody a little secret, okay? The NFL wants points. That's what they want. That's why the rules are starting to be skewed, you know what I'm saying, towards the offense. That's why you can barely touch a wide receiver. That's why you can barely breeze on a quarterback. They care about points. Okay? And how do you get points? You throw the football. You put the ball in the air. You throw it all over the place. That's what they want. They want excitement. They want, you know what I'm saying? And that's probably one of the main reasons why Teddy Bridgewater end up getting the shaft right now. It's because he's not excited. It's because he's not wowing anybody. At least you know you're going to get an interception or two out of Sam Darnold, and you're going to generate some type of emotion from your crowd. But with Teddy, man, it's just cool head loop. You know what I'm saying? Nickel and dime. And people don't like that. So because they consider that type of play boring, what do? They push anybody that resembles boring quarterback play. They push them to the side. Why do you think that Drew Brees been getting snubbed throughout his entire career? Because people consider Drew Brees as boring. Drew Brees is efficient, right? Drew Brees is the Prius of the National Football League. That's what he is. Drew Brees, look, if anybody ever owned a Prius or ever rode in a Prius, it's not the best car in the world. It's not going to wow you with the bells and whistles. It's going to get you to point A and point B. It's going to save you on some gas, and it's not going to be a hindrance to you at all, right? It's going to just get you where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? The air conditioner can come on. Oof, you know what I'm saying? The Freon hit your face. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you need the windshield wipers on in the rain, it's coming on, okay? They want the Ferraris. That's what they want. They want the Mahomes. Those are Ferraris. They want those guys. That's the reason why Drew Brees, no matter what he's done, they're always trying to discredit him. That's why. Because there's nothing, like, honestly, there's nothing really exciting about Drew Brees, right? Drew Brees is not the best looking guy in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have the movie star wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, Britney, she's not, you know what I'm saying? She's not ugly at all. She's a beautiful woman. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he's a family man. This man out here going to Jimmy John's. Like, there's nothing really exciting about him. And then he ain't even got a big arm. He's just extremely efficient. He is the Prius of the National Football League all these years. But you have Tom Brady. Now, that's what I'm talking about right there. Tall, handsome, movie star, supermodel wife, championships. You know what I'm saying? Like, then you got the You know what I'm saying? Then you got his the antagonist and protagonist dynamic of Belichick and him. I mean, it's a recipe for success. It's a media's dream. That's why they can constantly pushing offense. That's why they're constantly telling you that quarterbacks like that is what you need. But what you need is a guy that's going to win you some damn football games. That's what you need. That's what you need, folks. Give me a guy that's going to win me some football games. Reed Wilson is my hero. Oh, man. Steve says, manage the game knowing your D is going to take care of business. Absolutely, Steve. Absolutely. Y'all remember, man, come on, man. 2,000 Ravens, 85 Bears. Come on, man. Like, Russell Wilson isn't the Russell Wilson that we know today when the Legion of Boom was in a prime. Don't lose us the game. Just go out there. Okay, we have to settle for a field goal, man. Let's go out here, man. We'll take care of the rest. Get y'all the ball back. Give me that. That $140 million contract, really. Are we talking about, who we talking about here? Who we talking about? We talking about Dak? Look, I like Dak. I ain't got no problem with that. If we talking about Dak Prescott, got no problem with him. I hope he has a full recovery. What TJ really wants to say is Carolina let Teddy go because of the narrative black quarterbacks are not smart enough, and to a point, they are right. I'm gonna pretend I ain't see that, bro. I'm gonna pretend I ain't see that. Okay, I'm gonna pretend I ain't see that. I'm gonna move on from that. I'm gonna move on from that. I might come back to it. Somebody give me another question. Eli Manning was a game manager who won 2 Super Bowl MVPs. Exactly. I miss Drew so much. We miss you, Drew. Yeah, Cash Black. Yeah, we definitely do. You don't have to be perfect in this game. You just have to be better than your opponent on that game day. Exactly. Thank you, Have Hospital. Reed, stop feeling pity for yourself. That's the reason why you don't have a girlfriend. Is because feeling pity for yourself isn't attractive. Yeah. You know, there's nothing more unattractive than a guy that ain't got no swag, ain't got no confidence. Okay? You know, in the words of Biggie, you know what I'm saying? Biggie hit the nail on his head. He said, black and ugly as ever. However, I'll be cooging down to the socks. You know what I'm saying? So, look, he said, look, you can say I'm ugly. I got this crooked eye, but guess what? I'm fly. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got something going on with them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, we all deal with self-esteem issues one time or another. Maybe some of us haven't, okay? But I'm just going to speak from my own personal experience. You know, like I had like a time where I didn't think I was attractive, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, used to get picked on about my looks and stuff like that. But look, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look at your boy now, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have confidence in yourself, okay? You gotta have confidence. That's one thing that women love, okay? And maybe, you know what I'm saying, you know, the ladies here, the State of the Saints podcast, they can attest to that. You know, they like confidence. You gotta have confidence in yourself. If you don't have confidence, it's already a loss. It's an L. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an L. You know, it's an L. You're already lost. Let's see. Let's go back a little bit. Can you guys read my messages? All I see is V. I just sub because this guy is the homie. Yeah, we see it, man. Yeah, we see you. We got you up in here, man. Appreciate it, man. Y'all give a shout out to for Washi, man. Give a shout out to him, man. New to the channel. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, man. We got a subscriber, man. Somebody, y'all show that man some love by giving him a hand clap. Give a hand clap emoji down in the chat. For Washi, man, joining the Who Dat Nation. Tim says, when you send a real message. I'm still here listening to TJ, bro. I'm driving on my way to work. This graveyard shift, man. Look, I understand that. I completely understand that, bro. I really do. I get that. You can tell anybody from New Orleans anything, and they will believe it. Making a country narrative, people from the East Coast give us a bit true, slow, and dumb. Can't think on their feet. Look, I can't speak for that. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak for many people, but look, I was born and raised in New Orleans. You know, I didn't go to the best high school. You know, no disrespect to Carver High School, but at the time it was one of the worst high schools academically in the state. You know what I'm saying? Like, but still, I mean, I got love for Carver. But here's the thing. You know, I was able to go to Dillon University. Hurricane Katrina hit, graduated from Jackson State University, left there, went to SMU, you know what I'm saying, for a year, went to broadcasting school. So here's the deal. You know, like, it's not where you from, you know what I'm saying? It's what you do, you know, in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many people that come from different walks of life. And look, people are always going to have their opinions about people from the South, you know, but until you actually meet somebody, interact with them, you know, then you can change their mind about it. And if you can't, then the hell with them. It's just as simple as that, you know? So, and I gotta hear the second part. He says, you can't tell anybody from New Orleans anything. I definitely feel like you can. And that's the thing too. You know what I'm saying? People from New Orleans, we just got confidence, man. Like, people from New Orleans, man, look, they know that they're the ish. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got confidence. We believe in ourselves in New Orleans. You know, that's the reason why people don't like us as Saints fans, because we don't care. We still gonna say who they. You can't bring a New Orleans Saints fan, like a true New Orleans Saints fan, you can't bring them down. You can't bring them down. They want us to feel bad. Like, when they team losing, you can't find them. But if the Saints losing, we still saying who they, rocking hats, still repping for the city. Because we don't care. Because we still love our team. Win, lose, or draw. I'll say this once again. With this trade, the Panthers will be in a basement, TJ. Please do a podcast when it happens, because it's going to be hilarious. Look, all I know is, I mean, it don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a Saints fan. You know, so if they want to, you know, drown themselves in the lake of mediocrity that is Sam Darnold, then be my guest. I can care less. I'm going to read a few more, and then we're going to get up out of here, man. Call it a morning, evening, or night, wherever you're at. Tyler says, to save cap space in the future, his contract is basically a voidable deal each year. Yep. The only thing that's guaranteed to him is some $10 million. Josh says, Reed, unfair question. Blacks weren't really trying to be quarterbacks in the 90s. Now there are more blacks on one to position. You're seeing more good black quarterbacks, like 3 of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league. Yep, that's true, Josh. And that's the thing. It's like this, man. Why would you want to try to choose that position when you know it's going to be an uphill battle for you, you know? And a lot of those quarterbacks understood that. That's why they shied away from being in the quarterback position. If they played in college, then they transition to receiver or they transition to another position. But now it's like they're giving people opportunities and miss me with that BS about them not being smart enough. Russell Wilson is always in contention to be an MVP. Patrick Mahomes is a league MVP. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have Deshaun Watson. Despite what's going on with him right now, he's a really good quarterback. You got Lamar Jackson. The last 2 out of the last 3 years, black quarterbacks have won league MVP. So miss me with that stuff about them not being intelligent enough to carry themselves at, you know what I'm saying, on the field. These guys are knowledgeable and they have the talent in order for them to persevere. And it's a damn shame that some people still have that ideology out here and that mind frame that they feel like black quarterbacks aren't intelligent enough in order for them to read defenses and understand offensive concepts. And it's sad that we live in a society like this. But that's just what it is. You know, but here's the thing, man. You're always going to have people out here that still feel the same way. You're still going to have people out here that feel like the quarterback position is the thinking position. And it's, you know, because of that, black quarterbacks can't succeed. And I really don't go this route, and I really don't do stuff like this very often. But for all those people out there that feel that way, they can kiss my ass and they can go to hell. You know what I'm saying? Because that's, I mean, it's just as simple as that. Because in this world today, we need to stop looking at people's cultures and backgrounds and all that kind of stuff and look at, can they perform? Can they do the job? That is what's really setting us back. That's what's setting us back, folks. It has absolutely nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying, like if a person can play. It just, we have these thoughts, and you know what I'm saying, and what we feel when it comes to black, when it comes to white, when it comes to Asian, when it comes to Hispanic. We have these thoughts, you know what I'm saying, these preconceived notions about people. And we F up because we don't give people opportunities to show us who they really are. We walk away from friendships. We walk away from relationships. We walk away from opportunities because we look at a person's skin and we just automatically assume that we know the narrative. And as long as people are going to be like that, they're going to lose out on opportunities. They're going to lose out on people that can actually benefit them. You know, and if they want to do that, then fine. You know, be lost in a shuffle, because this world is going to change whether you like it or not. What does race matter if you can read defense and not the plain stupid? I'm in a minority. Look, you're not in a minority. I'll tell you that. Go somewhere else. The other quarterback getting started roll chances after chance. Andy. Well, look. I mean, look, that's the Bears. Like, when have the Bears ever made the right decision at the quarterback position? When? You don't have the right to tell whether a black person is black enough. Worry about your own problems. What are you saying? You can slide and see for yourself instead of talking like y'all always do. I don't understand what you're talking about. Doug Williams, you know what I'm saying, like, won a Super Bowl. Cardell Stewart was a really good quarterback in his own right. I just think that the world wasn't ready for him. Michael Vick was a pioneer, you know what I'm saying, was a guy that, you know what I'm saying, was in league MVP contention. You know what I'm saying? Even Vince Young, when he first got here, before he lost his mind and wanted to go to the strip club every week, he was, you know what I'm saying, he was offensive rookie of the year. Lamar Jackson, is he black enough? He won league MVP a couple of years ago. And, you know what I'm saying, he won his first playoff game. So, bro, Sean Watson. I mean, what is you talking about? This got to be a troll job here. This got to be a troll job. The fact that this speaks volumes right here. Shouts out to Derek. He said, I'd rather Jameis over Teddy. We talking like we're comparing African American quarterbacks to one another. Who we would rather choose? Think about this, folks. That's how, you know what I'm saying. This is how far we come when it comes to the National Football League. That we're actually having a conversation about choosing out of, you know what I'm saying, two African American quarterbacks. Don't tell me about these guys not being smart enough. Like, miss me with that, bro. Like I said, I want to believe that this is a troll job and you're just trying to entertain us. TJ, you killed that intro, fam. I appreciate that, man. D's, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I can't say the other part of your name because it violates YouTube. It violates YouTube. I think there's certain words you can't say anymore. That might be one of them. And that in those particular sequences, you can't say that. Cardell Stewart was trash, and we all found out Michael Vick and his playbook reading. Nah, that wasn't it. Once again, you're wrong. Michael Vick had outside, you know what I'm saying, outside influences that were prohibiting him from performing at a high level. And I can completely kill that theory because when he went to Atlanta, he was balling out. He started to, dealing with the, going out and, and hanging out with the wrong crowd, ended up going to jail. But what happened when he came back? What happened when he went to Philly? Comeback player of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, was an MVP contention. Like, come on, man. Don't tell me that Michael Vick wasn't smart enough to be a successful quarterback. If Michael Vick probably would have stayed out of prison, he probably would have been in the Hall of Fame. He was that good. You bring back Teddy B just in case Jameis and Taysom gets injured. Yep. You're so on a black man's podcast who is from the South, insult the intelligence of such black people. It's the audacity for me. Look, look, I don't find it insulting. I don't find it insulting at all, because here's the thing. By you just, saying these things just shows me, how misinformed you are. Like, maybe you need to get out a little bit more. Maybe, you need to study football a little bit more. Because I'm a firm believer in guys that are pioneers, are the ones that, that we need to look at and respect more. You can talk about Michael Vick all you want to, but if it wasn't for Michael Vick, probably wouldn't have been no Lamar Jackson, because nobody probably would have gave him a chance, because they were like, oh, all he want to do is run. Wouldn't be no Lamar Jackson. This man's a pioneer, okay? And this guy paved the way for individuals. And I can't believe this. Like, this is like the most ridiculous. This is like the most ridiculous thing ever. Josh, you're a typical coward, and continue talking instead of showing. But I'm the troll. Yeah, you are the troll, and y'all know I'm not really, into these type of things. Like, I'm not really into these type of things. But my friend, you sir are blocked. Okay, we won't be hearing from him anymore. All right. And y'all know me, man. I'm not the one to be blocking folks, but this is just too much ignorance for the State of the Saints podcast for me. Y'all know I don't block people. It take a lot for me to block people, but that brother is blocked. Okay, look, we're not going to allow. Look, I feel like this. I've given this guy too much time for him to spew his his racist rhetoric. And that's the thing, I allow people to, be themselves and stuff like that. But like my mom say, if a person shows you who they are, believe them. And I believe that guy's a racist. So he blocked. Okay, so congratulations, though. I think he might be the first person to have a block. So, thank you, TJ. You are the man, bro. Yeah. I mean, look, there's only so much I can take. Like I said, I try to allow everybody to be themselves, but that was just too much for me. Thank you, TJ Blocked. He texted my dad. Good riddance. Thank you, TJ. He was definitely racist garbage. Look, like I said, I try to give everybody, like opportunity. But like I said, that was just too much right there. And I don't know if he believe that stuff or not. And maybe, brother just having a bad day. Maybe he just trying to spew some hate, because he hates himself. A lot of people, man, they be doing that stuff because they don't like who they are as an individual. They hurt inside, so they want to hurt others. Hurt people. But they ain't hurting me. Because let me tell y'all something, man. I was raised by a single mother, okay? It's 4 of us. Y'all probably heard or seen, like, my brothers and sisters be on this show before. Like, both of my brothers have been guests on the show. My mom is always in the chat. My mom raised us by herself, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and she did the best that she could. And, she made sure that we had everything that we needed. And we didn't grow up in the best of situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, we grew up with butter and rice in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, rice and butter, bread, the only thing in the refrigerator. But guess what? That woman taught us, how to respect people. Taught us the value of education. Taught us how to fear God and put God first in our life. So, and with that, I can say that I'm a college graduate. I can say that I ain't on drugs. I ain't in jail. I can say that I try to teach my son to be, respectable. I honor my wife. So what he talking about is irrelevant in my opinion. It's irrelevant. Like, I'm a testament. Where, like I said before, where I came from the 9th Ward, okay, deep in the 9th. Over there, not too far from Florida Avenue. Okay, I didn't go to Benjamin Franklin High School. I didn't go to Warren Easton. I didn't go to, McMain or, any of those other magnet schools. I went to Lorraine Hansberry, Charles Joseph Colton Middle School, went to Douglas for a year, and then I graduated from Carver. But guess what? I'm up here. I got a, I got a degree. You know what I'm saying? I'm a broadcaster. Got a great podcast because of you all. Think I'm doing all right for myself. You know what I'm saying? I got a home. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm doing all right for myself. So I'm a testament of it don't matter where you from. All right. If you work hard and dedicate yourself and believe, you'll be all right. So bump what he talking about. Well done, Mama Carolyn Jones Smith. Yeah, man. Shouts out to my mama. Probably asleep right now. Same here. My mom made pancakes out of water and flour and a little sugar. That's what I'm talking about, man. Look, commodity. Okay. Right over there by St. Mary of the Angels off Galvez. They used to have a place where my mom used to go get commodities. The government cheese. Okay. Not that fake cheese that we be eating now. The big block of cheese. The farina. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You had the artificial milk, you know what I'm saying? The powdered milk. Pour that in that farina, stir that thing up. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Used to have the big old peanut butter, you know what I'm saying, in a white can, and you have the picture of the peanut butter on that thing. That's what I grew up on. Food stamps, 2 baskets full, going across the Galvez Bridge to the Winn-Dixie. And the 4 of us, along with my mom, carrying bags back across the Galvez Bridge because my mom didn't have a car. You know what I'm saying? Like, didn't have a phone in my house. Okay, I had to go to the payphone to go call my grandparents. And from time to time, I know my mom wouldn't mind me telling this story. It was times where we had to go and stay with my grandparents because, you know, we fell on hard times. So don't tell me about you can't make it out of situations. Don't tell me that, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, your circumstance define you, because it does not. And I see my mom is in the chat, so she can attest to everything I'm saying to you right now. You know, I always say, man, my mom is one of the strongest people I ever met in my entire life. I count many times on one hand I seen my mama cry. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be like something that really hurts her in order for her to cry. And one of the times I seen her cry, I actually graduated from college. And this is straight up facts right now, folks. But that woman prayed and taught us how to fear God, put God first in our life. And she taught us that we can do anything that we put our minds to. And that's why I'm here today, folks. That's why I'm here. And that's why I'm proud to be here. That's why I'm proud to give you all the podcasts. That's why I'm proud to sit behind this camera and in front of this mic and tell you all that, you know, I grew up in the same areas that a lot of you grew up in. I came from the same situations, and I still deal with the same problems that everybody else deal with. But you know what? You can make it out of those situations. But negative people like that guy is trying to put that type of negativity into the atmosphere. That's what we don't need. That's what you don't need, man. That's not what this show is about. See, this show is about us kicking it together in a family atmosphere, talk about our favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. But you have individuals like that that's going to continue to have that type of mind frame and completely just try to, you know, just put that toxic energy into the air. And we don't need that. But like my mom said, man, if a person shows you who they are, believe them. Believe who they are. We gave that person the opportunity to show who he is. And now that we know who he is, we don't need that energy here on the State of the Saints podcast. So you're not from Uptown. It's okay, TJ. We can't all be perfect. Hey, man, not from Uptown, but shouts out to my Uncle Jerry, man. He went to Peters, him and my Uncle Isaac, man, over there right across the street from the courthouse. They went to Peters, man. So I know some of y'all probably know what I'm talking about, man, like right up there around Tulane Avenue. So, you know, got a little mixture of that. Now my mom is from Uptown. And it's crazy that you said that because we were talking about that before. She said, even though y'all grew up in the Ninth Ward, she said we were really Uptown people. And I can't remember exactly when my mom grew up. I know it was like probably around Chapatulas or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Put the street name that you grew up around. But I know my mom grew up, like she spent most of her childhood uptown. Like she was born in Mississippi. I think she lived in North Carolina because my grandparents, like, they worked in tobacco fields for about a year. Okay, so I think my mom lived in Mississippi for like 3 years since she was like 3 years old. Then they moved to North Carolina for a year, and then my grandfather ended up he's a carpenter, and he moved to New Orleans. So I think my mom, from the age of like 5 years old to adulthood, she lived uptown for the most part. She probably moved to the Ninth Ward when she was like 15. I want to thank look, I'm pretty sure my mom's in there. I'm pretty sure she'll tell you what street. I can't remember though. I know she's from uptown though. So got a mix of everything when it comes to the Jones family. Hey, Miss Jones, you're exceptional, man. Man, thank y'all, man. Shouts out to my mom, man. Man, this convo got deep. About to call my mom and thank her. Hey, man, give your parents flowers while they still living. You know what I'm saying? Give the people that made you who you are, give them their credit while they still here, man. Like, seriously, man. Like, I know we talk about saints here. I know we talk about that kind of stuff. But look, man, a lot of us, we've been holding this podcast down for a long time. So I don't just consider y'all just listeners and viewers. I look at y'all as family. And we chop it up like family. It's true. I tell you all the time, man, like, bro, I'm from the Ninth Ward. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't grew up with no silver spoon in my mouth. I ain't grew up, you know what I'm saying, like, learning how to, speak proper diction and all that kind of stuff. Like, study communications in college. But at the same time, like, look, I grew up in the Ninth Ward. Like, I know how I feel to not, you know what I'm saying, have the lights on, water on, phone on. Bruh, I didn't even have, I didn't, like, in my teenage year, we didn't even have cable. If I wanted to watch, like, something like wrestling, I had to go by my grandparents' house. Like, this is real talk right here, folks. Like, that's how I grew up, And, you know what I'm saying? But we had love in our house. We had God in our house. And we had, we had confidence that, you know what I'm saying, like, this is the situation that we're in, but we grow for this and we become better because of it. Don't let no situation, I don't care what y'all talking about. I don't care what you're talking about, man. I don't care what, like, you can rise above any situation. People can always write you off. They're always going to have reads in the world that's going to tell you that you're not smart enough, that you're not talented enough, that you're not, good enough to do something because of, where you come from or what your skin color is. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always going to be like stuff like that. And if, if your skin color is not an issue, it's always going to be what you used to do. Oh, you used to be on, you used to drink, or you used to be on drugs, or you used to, like, you can rise above those type of situations, man. People are always going to try to write you off, but don't let them do it. And if they write you off, like, that's fine. Because everybody else going to be able to appreciate your success story. Third in prayer. I'm a little gutter rat. Nah, don't call yourself that now. It's the first Irish channel, baby. 11 years. Okay. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know if you're talking to me or maybe I caught a little bit of another conversation. Family 100. The Who That Nation is family. Yeah, straight up, man. How about that canned milk? Man, canned milk, man. What man, you must have been living good, bro. Canned milk? You know what I'm saying? Evaporated milk, you know what I'm saying? Maybe make some some pies, but nah, man, powder milk. You know what I'm saying? Like, you used to have like milk come in that powder form. You know what I'm saying? Pour a little in the cup, stir that thing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had yourself some milk. We had no canned milk. Canned milk, man, that was a luxury. Nah, man, I'm just kidding, man. Like, I don't know. Did commodity have canned milk? Did commodity have canned milk? I'm not sure, but I remember that powder milk. TJ, I grew up up on commodity food stamps, and mom had no license. Now college grad with AA and BS degree, licensed life coach, 11 years USMC officer, just did ATT commercial, and I am an actor. See, Won't God do it, man? Won't God do it? It's not where you're from. You know, it's about, you know what I'm saying, rising above your circumstance. Rising above it. Don't let nobody write you off. Love is the most important. Yep. We had love, man. We had love growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, look, you can't tell me that my childhood wasn't bomb. You know, like going by my grandparents' house, because like my uncles that I mentioned that went to Peters, we were like close in age, you know, and you know, like they were more like my brothers. Like I don't even call them uncle. I call them by their first names. So we used to go by their house and play basketball. Everybody from the neighborhood come over there, play basketball and stuff. We had fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, being a child at those days were cool. Like you know, like going outside, you know what I'm saying, till the street lights came on. Like, man, that was the best times as a kid. Be mad as I don't know what when your mama calling you to come inside. When them lights got turned off, my mama broke out them kerosene lamps. For real, man. Hey, keeping the house warm with the stove. What? You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Turn that stove on, stay on all night. Keeping the whole house warm. Pull that oven down. You know what I'm saying? Have the oven warming up the entire house. I know I ain't the only one. I know I'm probably talking to a lot of people out there. Some of us probably got bourgeoisie. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. Nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got, you know, I thank God for the central air and heat now, but my goodness, you have to put that oven on, bro. Put that stove on. Warm up that whole house. Look, man, I know at the state of the Saints, man. I know we kind of drifted off, but hey, look, hey, man. I know we just reminiscing right now. You know, that's the greatness of this show, man. That's what I love about it. We end up talking about the Saints, end up talking about potted milk. Greg Newsome and Asante Samuel Jr. Okay, Caleb, yeah. Greg Newsome or Asante Samuel Jr. Well, I think you got something special in both of these guys, right? So with Greg Newsome, I feel like he's more of a more ready product right now than Asante Samuel Jr. Now, Asante Samuel Jr. can develop to be one of those shutdown corners, depending on the system in which he comes into, right? We know he has the lineage, you know what I'm saying, because of his father. We know how good Asante Samuels was when he was in the league, you know what I'm saying, playing for the Patriots, playing for the Eagles or what have you. But Greg Newsome, to me, is a fighter. He's a scrappy guy, and I just feel like he's one of those guys that is going to give you what you need right then and there. And if the Saints are looking to try to draft a cornerback in the first round, I would put Greg Newsome over Asante Samuel Jr. The only reason why a lot of mock drafts are picking Asante Samuel Jr. over Greg Newsome is because they believe Greg Newsome is not going to be there at 28. And I can understand that. But if it was up to me, if I was the New Orleans Saints and I had the opportunity out of the two, I would pick Greg Newsome over Asante Samuel. Gabriel, what's going on? Reed wants to write you off, but he ain't got no pen. Bars by Josh. Man, spitting them bars. Cornflakes game, use XL suck with the evaporated milk. Yeah, man. Look, I remember, man, dry cornflakes, you know, because he had no milk, which is absolutely terrible, by the way. My life similar to yours, TJ, single parent, and with God and my mom, I graduated from Grambling State University, so I feel you. Yeah, T30, man, shouts out to you. You know, yeah, man, look, when you grow up, you know, with a single parent home, you know, most of the time, you know, it does something to you. You know, the only thing that you want to do is try to make your parents proud. You know, try to make them say, man, that's my baby right there. That's my child. You know what I'm saying? Like they did the right thing. You know, it means a lot to me. My mom called me up, say she's proud of me, or You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to my brother, you know what I'm saying? Him calling up, talking about he enjoyed the show. Well, my sister up here, laughing on the phone yesterday and talking about she gonna try to watch some Saints games. You know what I'm saying? Like, that mean a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? That the people that you know for a fact that you grew up with, you know what I'm saying, they're investing in you, they believing in you, they love you, they wanted to see you succeed. And it makes you want to succeed even more. It gives you that drive that you need. And then you combine that, you know what I'm saying? If I don't know if some of you do, but when you have children, like, it just takes it to a whole different level. And marriage, oh my goodness. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel selfish if you don't go the extra mile. You feel selfish if you're not giving your all. Like, every night I go to bed, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at these two individuals, and I think to myself, I would be selfish if I didn't give my all every single day of my life from now on. You know, I mean, there were days where I took days off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm serious. But when I look at those two individuals, I say I got to go hard. When, you know what I'm saying, when I look at the people whose shoulders that I'm standing on, right? You know what I'm saying? My grandfather, you know what I'm saying? My great-grandfather, hearing those stories about him and how hard he was as a worker and how great he was as a man, and how my grandfather is one of the greatest men I ever met in my entire life. The shoulders, you know what I'm saying, that I'm standing on. You know, I got to go hard. I would feel selfish if I didn't. And my heart is in motivation and encouragement. I used to ignore the doubters, haters, racists, etc. And if you put in their unhappiness efforts, you will be a success. Your race means nothing. Yeah, absolutely. It means absolutely nothing. And we have to be careful with that, okay? Is there racism in this world? Absolutely. And I'm going to tell y'all something that a lot of people don't want to admit. It's always going to be racism. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. But it's always going to be people that are going to have their thoughts about you based on your color of your skin. But let me tell you something, man. That shouldn't stop you from trying to achieve greatness. You know, that's unacceptable. There's always going to be outside influences trying to weigh you down or pull you down. But you can't let them. You can't let them do it. I remember the lights coming on in Gretna, Terrytown, and my parents wondering where I'm at. Yeah, the lights coming on, man. The street lights on. Yeah, you better be inside. Well, I can't even say that. I can't even say that, man, because I couldn't go too far from the house. I better, when my mom come outside, like, I better be out there in eyes view, you know? Like, it's going to be, you know. Tony Wright says, well, if it isn't the Aints podcast. Hold on now. The State of the Saints podcast, Tony, that was very disrespectful, my friend. And number two, I think you're a Falcon fan, so look. Oh, Tony, man. Look, which was a good group, by the way. But nevertheless, Tony, look, I like you, man. You're always showing love to the show. Always can count on you for some friendly trolling. But y'all got bigger fish to fry, okay? Y'all need to worry about if y'all going to make the playoffs. Will y'all start worrying about the Saints, all right? Because, I mean, it's been a very long time since y'all actually did something. Y'all haven't done nothing in a long time. All right, so I expect you all to try to weather the storm. Y'all got a new coach. Hopefully you turn your organization around, but y'all need to do something before you come here saying something with your whole chest, all right? I mean, at least turn to the side, you know what I'm saying, so we can't see your whole chest, all right? Because y'all boys are not very good right now. Memory Lane, good show. I'm not reading negative energy. You know what I'm saying? If I'm reading negative energy, I'm not aware of it. So if anybody up here putting that negative in, I ain't trying to read it. Hey, TJ, how many people remember the old SNS green stamps back in the day from the grocery store? When you fill the book, you can turn them in a different item like dishes. Man, look, I'm pretty sure a lot of people remember that. I remember, like, people remember them book of food stamps. You know what I'm saying? You can remember the brown food stamps, the green food stamps, the orange food stamps. You know what I'm saying? Like, we used to have to stand in line and get the books before they had the Louisiana purchase card. I know actually. You go to the store, get that $1 food stamp, like you had something. Oh man. I don't know. Utilize the block button. Don't know. True Tony Wright. Jerry ready for the smoke. Jerry, Jerry gonna be ready for the smoke, man. I hear the echo in the background. Yeah, I'm in a room. I got high ceilings, man. That's the reason. If you're talking about me, that's the reason why you can hear it. I got high ceilings in this house, and I haven't really hooked up. Like, I think I should. Like, that's a project that I'm probably gonna work on pretty soon to try to cut down some of the echo around me. But I apologize, man. But got high ceilings here. And my wife only allowed me to have one room in the house. She said, you pick a room, and that's what room you're going to do your show. So it's not like, like I can move to another room because she wouldn't be very happy about that. If she walk up in here and be like, I'm in another room doing this show, I don't think she's going to be too happy. The irrelevant fans are always trolling. That's because they like this show, man. They like this show. Tony better hope Cam Jordan don't fall on Maddie and crack his ribs. All right. Look, I mean, it's apparent that Cam Jordan owns Matt Ryan. It's apparent. Had those stamps and used them. Yeah, man. Look, everybody used to remember standing in that line. TJ hit Tony with the MJ meme. No, just stop it. Yeah, get help. For real. I remember Bobby Abel when he was pathetic. Hey, man, we can't disrespect Bobby Abel here, man. You can't disrespect Bobby. Now, I know he'll tell you in a minute, he wasn't the best, of all time. But he definitely is a friend to the show now. He was on the show. I don't know if you checked it out, Jules, but he was on the show yesterday, as a matter of fact. Bobby Abel was on the show. So, and shouts out to him, man. Like, and try to probably get him back on the show. But well, you know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't a Drew Brees or anything like that. But when it comes to success, he's the third most successful Saints quarterback of all time. Okay, it's Drew Brees, Aaron Brooks, and then Bobby Abel. And the only reason I put Aaron Brooks ahead of Bobby Abel is because Aaron Brooks won a playoff game. LMAO, what's going on, man? Thank you for the $2. Says, what's up, Big TJ? Ain't talked to you in a while. Yeah, I know, man. Yeah, man, life, man. I understand that, people doing their thing, and I get it, but, check in when you can, man. I appreciate the $2. Thank you so much. Like, bro, we done ran the South for 4 years and they still think they control. Well, they troll because, like I said, we the show around here, man. I'm sorry. Look, it's a humble brag here, but the State of the Saints podcast, to me, like, I think it's one of the best Saints podcasts that you have out there. Okay. And how many podcasts can you go on where you know that you control and your words can possibly be read? I mean, come on, man. Like, we made a great show here, folks. We made a great show. So we just got to deal with the perks of having a great show. On a more relevant topic, do you think the Saints will address the quarterback position this upcoming draft? If so, when? I look at Winston's contract as a 1-year prove-it-yourself deal. Well, here's the thing, Brandon. You give yourself an opportunity. If Jameis Winston is not all he cracks up to be, you put yourself in a position to get a high-rated quarterback in next year's draft. Anybody that you get at 28, think about this now. Anybody that you get at 28, and if it's a quarterback, is going to be a guy that is going to be a developmental guy. He's not going to be a player right away guy, and there's a chance that he might not be the guy. Normally teams, when they're looking at guys to be the guy. It's normally like the top 10 picks in the draft. You know, it's the Trevor Lawrences, it's the Justin Fields, it's the Trey Lances of the world. It's not like guys coming in at 28. And I'm pretty sure guys at number 28, they can end up being franchise quarterbacks. Guys beyond 28 can be franchise quarterbacks. But if I'm a GM, I feel like the Saints got bigger fish to fry, Brandon. They got bigger fish to fry. You need a cornerback, you need linebackers, man. Like, at least you know you have a guy that has 70 plus starts. You have a guy that you know has started in the National Football League. That's good enough for me. Okay. And if he sucks, if he ends up not being all that, you have yourself a top 10, top 12 pick. And with maybe like the top 12 pick, you can move up a couple spots and maybe get yourself a franchise quarterback if Jameis Winston doesn't pan out. But in this case, you hope for the best. I remember when we thought we had to sit with Kenny Stabler. Yeah, man, a washed Kenny Stabler. Washed Kenny Stabler. Now I'm serious, man. We're gonna read a few more, and then we're gonna get out of here. I know I said that a few minutes ago, but we started talking about life and everything else. Mario says, "Amen, best podcast ever." I appreciate that. Look, like I said, it's a humble brag. I like, all the other podcasters out there, no disrespect to them, but I just think that this, I think that this is a really good podcast. I really do. I think that, the interactive dynamic of this podcast makes this podcast really good, and I enjoy doing it. I'm not going to arrogantly say that I feel like I'm the best podcaster, but I don't think I'm the worst. Ian Book of Sam Ellinger. I had this conversation with my big brother EJ, man. And speaking of which, man, y'all check out the Pick Six Blog World podcast. Okay, that's my big brother EJ. He has his own podcast now, Pick Six Blog World. Y'all check it out. It's on Spotify as of right now and on Anchor. So y'all check it out. I was having this conversation with him the other day, and I said I thought that Sam Ellinger is a good fit for the New Orleans Saints. First off, I think he's going to be a late round pick, probably third round, especially where the Saints can actually, draft a quarterback. Sam Ellinger is a leader. Now, I will say this. I don't think that Sam Ellinger is going to be a franchise quarterback, but I do feel like Sam Ellinger can be one of those guys that can be a mop-up duty type quarterback, a guy that can come in and, play a few games, help you win a few games. And in the right system, he might end up developing into an above average quarterback. That's how I feel about Sam Ellinger. Ian Book, the only thing I can say about that is Sean Payton likes him. Sean Payton likes the fact that he's scrappy and, he's a tough guy and he goes out there and he gives his all. Sean Payton is an Ian Book guy. That I know. But if it was up to me, I would choose Sam Ellinger. And not, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the schools because Ian Book went to Notre Dame. Sam Ellinger went to Texas. But I just like Ian Book. Sam Ellinger over Ian Book. Excuse me. Hopefully these lights are still working properly. I'm not a Saints fan. Well, the fact that you are not a Saints fan, Jules, and you hear, speaks volumes. I know you're a Ravens fan. And just the fact that you always tune in, my brother, I appreciate it. So thank you so much. Zach Bourne didn't start because Quan Alexander was healthy for a long while. No, Zach Bourne didn't start because he wasn't good enough to hit the field. Look, man, we got to just be 100. He wasn't good enough to hit the field. There's no way in the world Adam Troutman, third-round pick, can hit the field. Zach Bourne, third-round pick, can't hit the field. If both of these guys came in the same draft, one guy developed and one guy didn't. There's no way. There's no way he would have hit. He could not have hit the field if he didn't develop, into like what the Saints wanted him to be. He wasn't good enough to hit the field. So I hope with this offseason, a year under his belt, he can come in and fall into that role where the Saints need him to be, which is that middle linebacker position. Where then you can have Demario Davis kind of be that fly across the field guy because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to put Zach Bourne as the middle linebacker. and they want the Mario Davis to play the strong side. And I don't know what you're going to do with the weak side. I'm not sure, but got to do something. Got to do something. Just because you're going through adversity doesn't mean you are not exactly what God wants you. Exactly. Maybe the adversity is where God wants you. Shouts out to Piano Dean. Yeah, maybe the adversity is where God wants you. Sometimes we go through adversity to make us stronger, to make us better, to make us wiser, to make us learn from those mistakes. Or what I love to say, be testimony material to those that would possibly be in that position. See, sometimes the struggles that we go through is not our own struggles, it's somebody else's struggles. I'm going to say that again. Sometimes the struggles that we go through are not our struggles, it's somebody else's struggles. It's somebody else's struggles through our struggles. Okay? We go through those struggles so that other person won't go through those struggles. Sometimes it happens that way. Sometimes we are the sacrificial lamb, for others. But sometimes, we learn through that and we help others. So, let's see. Shouts out to Gigatus. I see here he made it on the show. Shouts out to Gigatus. I'm turning in because Jesus knows I'm not a Saints fan. Yeah, man, well, you have a good night, man. We're about to wrap it up anyway. Randy says, I wish Mike Nolan would have stayed with us. Don't be surprised if he'll come back. Don't be surprised if, the Saints always slipping guys back as advisors to the linebackers. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. And we'll just end it with this. Bard played on the edge in college, right? So why they're trying to put him in coverage? I have no idea, Dewan. I really don't. That's a good question, and I wish I had an answer for you, but I'm stumped. I don't know if they want him to be a hands-on-the-ground linebacker. Maybe they seen some Von Miller in him, but that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't turn a duck into a pigeon. You can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the thing that he does well, and I seen the Saints do it, it's like around week 15, week 16, they was like, man, F it, man. Third down NASCAR package, put Zach in. That's when you start seeing them. And for those that probably don't know what NASCAR package is, that means they head towards the quarterback. Haloi Kakaha, that was normally his package when he was with the Saints. Coming in on third down, rushing towards the quarterback. But I don't know. I'm stumped. But thank you all so much for being part of the State of the Saints podcast. Once again, go ahead and hit that like button if you enjoyed the State of the Saints podcast. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I really do appreciate it. Previous episodes available on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor FM. And also, the State of the Saints podcast is brought to you by Manscaped.com. Use the promo code State of Saints, and you will save 20% on all of your Manscaped male grooming items. Okay, so thank you all so much. Hope everybody enjoyed the podcast. Hope everybody has a good morning, noon, night, wherever you're watching this podcast. And like always, all I got to say is, who dat?